was, what is our party's policy on the carbon tax and cap and trade? Before I start, I do want to give credit to the Liberal government for showing leadership. It was without doubt that BC was a leader in terms of carbon pricing. I also would like to acknowledge the NDP's position on extending the carbon tax to fugitive emissions coming from the natural gas sector. This is a good piece of policy that I think needs to be introduced. The Green Party, of course, believes that our only way of solving this is to give business a signal, to put a signal to the market and to have this continue to rise. We'd like to see this to rise to $50, and while in our policy book it says we'd like to see that as soon as possible, we recognize that a means forward is to continue the increase of $5 per year up until we reach $50 and then reassess at that time. What's important to recognize here too is within the Green Party, we do not have individuals are able to advocate on behalf of their constituents to debate and come to consensus. The position we're merging to, a position we feel very comfortable with, is actually using the additional revenue we start to get from the $5 per tonne increase in the years ahead to provide to municipalities to assist them to meet their infrastructure and transportation needs as we move forward. The problem with the NDP approach, and I don't mean this as a criticism of the NDP in general, but what troubles me is that the carbon tax presently is revenue neutral. So if you're going to take that money from and give it to municipalities for transportation, what it's saying is you're raising taxes somewhere else. In addition, you are starting to put rural communities at a bias. The reason why, of course, is that the rural communities are not the ones that typically benefit from the transportation sector, yet they are also paying the carbon tax. The better way to do it is to give the carbon tax back to the municipalities in the future where it is collected from. In terms of cap and trade, there's no reason why you can't have both cap and trade and carbon tax. We could join California as we move forward. We know Quebec is joining. And finally, I'd like to say, just because British Columbia was a leader does not mean that we are a leader anymore. Leaders want to stay leaders. They don't stop being leaders, which is why we need to keep this moving forward. Thank you.